Hello, my friend, and welcome to Pro Wrestling Daily. My name is Aaron Machbitz. I thought the June 2nd edition of Monday Night Raw was extremely fun, and it did advance some storylines. It was just a fun episode of Monday Night Raw. Here's what I think is going to happen at Money in the Bank this weekend, right? Obviously, the two most important matches are going to be the actual Money in the Bank ladder matches. We're also going to see a very intense feud continue between Lyra and Becky. Again, in my opinion, that's the best feud that's happening, one-on-one feud that's happening in WWE right now. I don't know if they can continue to extend that feud to the Evolution pay-per-view, which basically happens in 1 month. But Becky and Lyra are absolutely killing it right now. I don't think the title is going to switch hands. I think they're going to extend it out just a little bit more and have the next match, the third match, be some sort of stipulation match where then Becky actually gets the title, and then this whole feud has elevated Lyra into maybe main event picture, or at least into a higher class than she was before, which is a great thing for her coming out of, NXT and then coming into Monday Night Raw, having this beautiful feud and story with Becky, and then potentially moving on to the Evolution PLE. I said pay-per-view before. We all understand what that means. It used to be pay-per-view for so long, but now it's PLE, Premium Live Event, and then I'm really looking forward to Evolution to see who's going to main event that. If this continues to move in that direction, it's going to look that way. Or maybe we'll see a Becky and Io Sky, or maybe we'll see a Stephanie Vacour, Rhea Ripley. We'll see a Tiffany Stratton. We'll see a Liv Morgan. There's a lot of options for that big main event spot of the Evolution pay-per-view, but there isn't a hotter feud right now in WWE than Becky and Lyra. So cheers to that. That match is going to be awesome. I'm going Lyra's going to pick up another win, and then we're going to have a big payoff, blow-off match, stipulation-type match where Becky is going to get that strap, and then they might even continue feuding from there as this is really elevated. Lyra and Becky looks really good in this feud. And then, of course, you have this tag team match, Logan Paul, John Cena, and Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes. This really elevates Logan Paul, especially what John Cena said about Logan Paul on Friday Night SmackDown, that Logan Paul is a real professional wrestler. He doesn't need to pay any of his dues. All these sorts of things that John Cena has been hearing said from the boys in the back, from the people on the internet, really using that to, put over Logan Paul as this guy who's just God's gift to professional wrestling and didn't need to pay any sort of dues. I don't really love that there's a tag team match. I'd love to see some world title matches, a John Cena versus someone and Jey Uso versus someone, but this is cool as just a way to have all of these guys sort of be at each other's necks, and then maybe we'll see something happen at a later pay-per-view at Saturday night's main event or at SummerSlam where John Cena defends that title, potentially against the Cody Rhodes or a Randy Orton or a CM Punk or a Money in the Bank cash-in or even a Logan Paul, because we know Jey Uso's next challenger is going to be Gunther the Monday after Money in the Bank, where I think that's where we're going to set up this Goldberg feud with Goldberg and Gunther, which is going to be at Saturday night's main event in July, the day before the Evolution PLE. But this is a huge tag team match. I mean, you have the two champions. You have Logan Paul, which is a huge star, and of course you have Cody Rhodes, who's now the challenger, trying to get his revenge on John Cena. Huge match. I don't think this is going to go to a clean finish. I think there's going to be a lot of stuff happening, potentially, if it's before or after the Money in the Bank ladder match, potentially if Braun Breaker and Brunson Reed are out there. Where's CM Punk? Because he's not in the Money in the Bank ladder match now. Will he be involved in this? What about Sami Zayn? All of these moving pieces are going to be involved in this match and in the Money in the Bank ladder match. And so I think it's going to be very, very interesting. And then I think my original pick for women's Money in the Bank was Naomi, but now that Stephanie Vacour is in this match, I'm going Naomi and Stephanie Vacour. It would be huge for an NXT call-up to get the Money in the Bank briefcase right away, but Stephanie Vacour is very good and very over, very popular, and she's a really, really good professional wrestler and could easily beat Io Sky or Tiffany Stratton for that belt and become a champion immediately in WWE. She was an NXT champion. She's one of the best performers we have. It would be really cool if that was the case. So she's someone that I would not sleep on, but I do think it's going to go to Naomi because she's doing her best work as a heel right now, and it could be really cool to see her as champion. Now we move to the men's side. It's very interesting, right? The obvious choice would be that Seth Rollins wins. The obvious choice would be that Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed basically force Seth Rollins to win the Money in the Bank briefcase. But you have to understand that CM Punk and Sami Zayn will be out there to try and prevent that from happening at all costs. I mean, there's no rules. You can literally do whatever you want. And so you have this sneaky pick or the sneaky win of El Grande Americano getting in there, beating AJ Styles and CM Punk on the June 2nd edition of Monday Night Raw. Yes, he had some help. Yes, now it makes you think, will AJ Styles be involved in this feud with Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed and Seth Rollins and Sami Zayn and Jey Uso and CM Punk? Will AJ Styles be a part of that because of what happened on Monday Night Raw? Because his opportunity to win Money in the Bank got taken away because of those guys, because of Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, because of Seth Rollins and company. It allowed El Grande Americano to hit the headbutt and beat AJ Styles in the middle of the ring. Regardless of you like that character or not, Chad Gable, El Grande Americano, is putting in the work, and he deserves this massive push. So don't think that he couldn't win the Money in the Bank ladder match. He absolutely could. So could LA Knight. So could Jacob Fatu, right? But Seth Rollins is the obvious choice, but there's going to be so much happening. I think AJ Styles is going to participate. I think CM Punk and Sami Zayn and Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed are all going to be out there, and this is going to be mad commotion, and someone is going to take advantage. Ultimate opportunist style, edge style, that could be an LA Knight. That could be an El Grande Americano. That could be a Jacob Fatu. It could even be Andrade. It could be, but my pick is going to be El Grande Americano with LA Knight right there. I think I just really am all over Chad Gable right now, what he's doing, the work he's putting in, how good he is. That's who I think could get the big push. And yes, as fans start to really see that, yes, Chad Gable could be a world champion, but probably leaning towards more of the LA Knight, Jacob Fatu, because they're like more world champion stature, even though I do think Chad Gable and El Grande Americano are world champions. And so those are the most interesting pieces moving forward, as well as this Gunther and Jey Uso piece. I mean, the best thing happening right now in WWE is this Becky versus Lyra thing, is this Gunther and Jey Uso, but really it's what Seth Rollins is doing, and he's absolutely hungry and mad with power, and he will go through anyone and anything to get that power. And what has the most power is being the WWE champion or being the world champion. So if Seth Rollins wins, which champion is he going to go after? It would be a bit shocking if he went after John Cena. It wouldn't be shocking if he went after Jey Uso, but he has to also think what's going to happen when Jey Uso and Gunther square up again on Monday Night Raw, or Gunther take back that championship. Will we see a return of Goldberg, which prevents Gunther from winning that championship, distracts him for long enough, and takes his attention off of Jey Uso, or Seth Rollins could potentially be that challenger. And then you have John Cena running his farewell tour, trying to ruin professional wrestling. Well, could the Money in the Bank winner save professional wrestling by cashing in on John Cena? So there's a lot of things going on. I'm really excited to watch Money in the Bank. I hope you are too. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Then like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Lots of love. Cheers.